Coming up on AgweekTV, North Dakota's Ag Commissioner holds an emergency drought meeting. We'll tell you what you need to know if you need help.
Drones are becoming more popular for gathering ag data, but some agronomists say you still can't beat airplanes for speed and accuracy. And this small town has a big community garden that anyone can pick from. Welcome to AgweekTV. I'm Shauna Olson. Farmers and ranchers are facing an escalating threat from a growing drought. The latest drought map shows much of the region is under an official drought emergency. 26 counties in central North Dakota are in an official disaster area, and many experts say that number will grow. North Dakota Governor Doug Goerhing's executive order activates a water supply program for livestock, and the federal government has opened some CRP land for emergency grazing. North Dakota Ag Commissioner Doug Goerhing says this is the worst drought he's seen in more than 4 decades of farming. This week, he gathered dozens of people from ag agencies and organizations, along with representatives of the state's congressional delegation and lots of concerned farmers and ranchers for a drought roundtable. As Rose Dunn reports, he was gathering information about the extremely dry conditions as well as sharing resources for helping get through it.
I don't remember it as bad as it is this year.
Jim Schmidt is a farmer, rancher, and state lawmaker from Morton County. He came to the meeting looking for answers for himself and his constituents. The drought couldn't come at a worse time, with low commodity prices already dealing many farmers a tough blow.
We're not looking for a handout, we're looking for a handout. And so I think that's really important to understand, trying to make ends meet.
The most immediate concern is for the livestock. About half the grass is gone. Many ranchers are being forced to cull their herds. Ag Commissioner Doug Goerhing says any rain now would likely be too little, too late.
We probably wouldn't be able to grow much more grass out there. We'd probably improve the quality of what's there. It would turn green, it'd be lush. We'd get a little bit of new growth and stimulation there. The biggest thing is if there's second cutting alfalfa, if there's forage crops that have been planted or will be planted in the near future, rain would help in that respect. But rain won't cure a problem at this point.
Some emergency help has been made available, including opening up some CRP acres for emergency grazing. But ag groups say more needs to be done, and quickly.
It's important for people to understand the magnitude of this situation. We're talking almost the entire state, abnormally dry all the way to extreme and severe drought conditions. Important decisions are being made at farms and ranches all across the state. Decisions that impact not only their lives and their livelihoods, but also the economy and the structure of North Dakota.
Goerhing says his next step is to compile drought data in an effort to get a presidential disaster declaration. That would open up more resources for those struggling.
Well, I think we'll persevere. North Dakotans persevere.
In Bismarck, this is Rose Dunn for AgweekTV.
If you have drought questions or concerns, contact the North Dakota Ag Department, your local extension office, or call the Drought Hotline. The number is on your screen. The extreme drought extends into central South Dakota, wiping out much of the wheat crop. The area got a good rain in mid-June, but now it's dry again. Dennis Hansen has been in the cattle business his entire life. He says he's seen many droughts and dry spells, the worst in 1976. He's been selling a lot more cattle than usual for this time of year, but he says all is not lost yet.
Right now they're cutting a lot of this wheat hay because the wheat didn't make it, and turning it into hay, and that's going to help. I mean, it's just going to be more feed. And but if it would go to rain, we can still have a pretty decent year.
Well, our winter wheat crop in central South Dakota, in the 3 or 4 counties just right around Pierre, for the most part has been zeroed out by insurance. Spring wheat crop, a lot of it has as well, but right here in central South Dakota, there's not going to be much of a wheat harvest. It's going to be a tough year.
Hancock says some farmers who lost their wheat crop planted sunflowers instead, and that still could be salvaged if it starts to rain. We're here now with Jerry Doan. He's the owner and operator of Black Leg Ranch just outside of McKenzie, North Dakota, and going through some dry times out in your area now. Tell us about that.
You can't get 100-degree weather in June with that doggone wind, and then we just went quite a long time without rain. So some areas have picked up a little moisture now and are a little better, but some areas are still really dry. So.
Okay, how is the hay situation?
The hay's not very good. You know, the low ground is half decent. The hills, there isn't much at all. So the hay's going to be tough. And we try not to feed hay. We try to graze our cover crops in the winter, but you have to have a backup plan. So we've got some backup, but we're not going to get a lot this year.
And for 17 years now, you've been no-till?
Yeah, we've been 100% no-till, and we're really excited about this whole soil health and what it's done. As we get that biology working in the soil, it's building its own nitrogen and phosphorus, so we can come back with a cash crop and start to cut some of our input costs, and so it helps on our profitability.
And has this no-till benefited you with these dry conditions now?
Well, it does. No-till's good. What moisture you get is going to stay there, and having that litter on the ground keeps soil temperature down and keeps the moisture there.
And able to graze through the winter too.
When we've been able to go the whole winter without grazing our cows, it shaves $200 per cow off our costs.
Jerry, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, it's been great. Thanks.
Coming up on AgweekTV, more and more farmers have an eye in the sky for getting information about their crops.
My name is Joel Kaler, owner-operator of Kaler Farms in Lidgerwood, North Dakota. We make a patented product called the Cornstalk Guide. It's made out of UHMW, ultra-high molecular weight poly, which is extremely durable. Typically what you'll see on corn heads is the idler chain in the sprocket sticks out. We attach to the side of a snout. Our product will keep all the wear off the snout and get it to come into the head smoother without bouncing.
Introducing the new Challenger 1000 series, tractors unlike any other manufactured by AGCO. Redefining what a wheel tractor is capable of when it comes to wheel slip, power to ground, and fuel economy. Today, it's not enough just to be tough. You've got to be smarter than everyone else, too. Contact your Challenger dealer today to get in the seat of the new Challenger 1000. Superior engineering, superior performance, superior productivity. The next generation of tractors from your Challenger dealer.
Celebrate 175 years of Case IH equipment heritage with a limited edition Case skid steer or compact track loader painted with the same red paint of the venerable Case IH farm equipment line. Only 175 are being built and they're going fast. Built to the same specifications on the same assembly line as the award-winning regular Case models, these machines are a working piece of history. Get yours before they're all gone. Hurry into your local Titan Machinery location or go to www.red175.com to learn more today.
Okay, all you lefse makers, it's time to boil potatoes and roll that dough. Home of Economy is looking for the region's best-tasting lefse to compete in the Hostfest Lefse Masters this fall. Home of Economy is your home of lefse, and as an official pre-qualifier, we're conducting lefse contests at 6 of our North Dakota stores. Each top winner advances to Hostfest for a chance to be crowned the Lefse Master. So grab your apron and register online at homeoflefse.com.
Premier Shortline USA is your dealer for Meridian storage and grain handling. 50 years ago, Meridian Manufacturing designed the first smooth wall hopper bin. This innovation set the standard for hopper bins across North America, completely self-cleaning with no obstructions. Smooth wall hopper bins have become the preferred choice for safe and efficient storage. For temporary grain storage to complete systems, contact Nate or Brent at Premier Shortline USA.
Drones may be all the rage, but a South Dakota-based machinery dealer network is counting on human pilots and airplanes to deliver desired data to producers. Mikkel Pates has more.
Drones are becoming more and more popular for use in ag, but they have limitations, according to Jeff Buick. He's a farmer, but he's also the integrated solutions manager for C&B operations, which uses airplanes instead of drones to collect ag data.
With manned aircraft, we can fly directly to the field, scan large amounts of acres with a high level of accuracy very quickly. So we're more on demand to the grower when they want their flights done, and we can cover a large amount of acres for that customer at the same time very efficiently.
Buick works with Mark Drought Jr. His Cessna is equipped with a camera.
Basically, we drop this into a slot inside and connect the control and then take off. And it just looks straight through the belly of the airplane while we're taking pictures.
They fly over the fields, collecting high-resolution images that can collect a lot of information about crop health. Drought and Buick think eventually this technology will become a mainstay and everyone will use it. Drought compares it to satellite imagery, but farmers can access the information faster and it's a much higher resolution.
You can pick out a penny on the ground is what we're really talking.
James Tuvson runs an agronomy consulting business with his son. They tried using drones a few years ago, but they found them to be slower and less efficient than using planes to collect data.
The true advantages with the airplane is later season information in plant health, to look at tiling, to look at plant health for nitrogen applications. It has just been a real asset on things that you can't see from the ground.
Unless they do a lot of improving on the drone side as far as battery life restrictions through the FAA, I see that these manned pilots are probably going to be the wave of the future. They can cover more acres, you get better resolution.
One of Jeff Buick's most enthusiastic customers is his dad and farming partner, Steve.
We watch our yield maps and you can tell where you need tile or different nutrients, a lot of different things. If you really sit down and study the outcome of it, they can pick up a lot of different things from up above that you don't see on the ground.
The data can be quickly accessed on a computer or a smartphone. Near Ballatin, Minnesota, this is Mikkel Pates for AgWeek.
There are 2 other Minnesota companies offering similar services. Dairy farmers across the country just wrapped up Dairy Month. It's a time to celebrate the huge economic impact the dairy industry has, promote dairy products, and educate the public about dairy farming. Michelle Rook takes a look as consumers visit one operation in South Dakota.
This is Modak Dairy near Goodwin, South Dakota, one of the many dairies opening their doors to the public during June Dairy Month to show consumers where milk comes from. Greg Mose and his family believe that by being transparent, they can help consumers understand agriculture.
To see what we're doing and how we produce our milk. Most of them think that it comes from the store, and it's more than that.
I have talked to a few of them. They've never been on a farm, so it's really cool to give them the knowledge that I've grown up having and just spread it to more people.
Consumers got to pet newborn calves, watch as the cows were being milked, and learn what dairy farmers do to ensure a safe product.
Antibiotics are used really reserving. Even though we don't use or get antibiotics in the tank, it's tested so many times that there's no way that can get in there.
Mose also discussed the technology they're using in their operation, like sexing semen and genomic testing.
They're testing the genes there, and they can tell us with reasonable amount of accuracy what kind of productive life she will have.
Plus, they saw how Modak cares for the 2,000 cows in their herd. I'm Michelle Rook reporting for AgWeek.
Many farmers are still watching the sky for rain. Your AgriWeather forecast is next. And later, a small North Dakota town has a big garden it shares with everyone.
Adventure awaits at the Farmers Union Camp, presented by the North Dakota Farmers Union. Farmers Union Camp is the perfect place for young campers to develop cooperation, teamwork, and leadership skills. Campers will enjoy theme nights, skits, games, talent shows, and more. Camps are held at Wesley Acres and Hart Butte in June, July, and August. Register by May 15th to get $25 off your camp fee. For camp dates and more information, visit us at ndfu.org or call 800-366-8331.
Martinson Ag Risk Management offers a variety of crop marketing and crop insurance packages to our customers. With over 40 years of experience, our dedicated staff works hard to ensure you get the best advice on crop insurance, marketing, and risk management. Contact Randy or any of the staff at Martinson Ag Risk Management today at 701-205-4200 or visit us online at martinsonag.com.
Advanced biofuel for America's diesel engines is clean burning and made from renewable sources like soybean oil. Biodiesel fuel works in any diesel engine, reducing emissions, helping us breathe cleaner air. Biodiesel adds value to North Dakota soybeans, creating jobs, improving the environment, increasing our energy independence. Biodiesel, it starts with soybeans, it's fueling America.
This is Dennis Beliski reminding you we do auctions and we do them well. You've built your operation with hard work, and when it's time to sell, all or part, you deserve the best. Details from repairs and preparation to promotion and settlements are not routine. Chances are you'll only do this once, so we'll tailor an auction just for you and get it done right. On-site at your farm or added to one of our highly successful Alaris Center auctions, we have the skill, reputation, and integrity to meet your needs with best-in-class commitment and quality service. Find us at resourceauction.com or call 701-757-4015.
My name's Joel Kaler, owner-operator of Kaler Farms in Lidgerwood, North Dakota. We make a patented product called a cornstalk guide. Helps guide corn stalks into the grabs and the chains a lot smoother without losing corn. The corn stalk, when it comes off of our product, it's already on the gathering chain instead of being able to hit that idler. Our product will keep all the wear off the snout and get it to come into the head smoother without bouncing.
As July begins, the weather will be undergoing a significant change, not only here in the northern plains, but really across much of the country. First of all, July weather will move in and make a stand. Parts of the nation are going to have some pretty hot weather, and not just California and Arizona. The other thing is spotty storms will bring some locally heavy rains. Some areas will get too much, but the key here, like it usually is in July, it's going to be spotty. You have to get under the right cloud to get that right rainfall in July, especially if you're going into July a little dry, which many areas of the Dakotas are. And it is still somewhat dry across the northern plains. Here's what we're talking about. The jet stream has finally gone up to the north. We will be experiencing some warming temperatures into the northern plains this week as hot weather, and by hot weather, I mean 90s and 100s, expands out into the Great Plains through the course of the week. Some of the hottest weather will be right around the 4th and 5th of July. But the jet is not going north to stay forever. It's going to hang around. That cool weather will be lingering. Looks like a little wave will drop through later in the week. It'll still be fairly warm, and I do think the hot weather will build back as we get toward the weekend. Now, what does this mean for precipitation? There isn't a lot going on right now. A few showers down in the south. Some of those will migrate up into some of the lower Ohio River Valley. And there will be other storms here and there, but not a lot of real organized weather. And most of the west is just going to be dry. Around midweek, I think there'll be some disturbance coming out of Canada, which will produce some storms. Can't say exactly where they'll be along the Canadian border. How far south they go, it's hard to tell. They will likely be spotty, but there will be the potential there for some good rains. The best chance is probably coming in Manitoba and northern Minnesota, but there may be some extension of that further on down to the south. That'll then slowly migrate toward the Great Lakes. As we move toward the second week of the period, which is the 9th to 15th of July period, the dry weather will retreat just a little bit. There may be a few more rounds of storms dropping out of the north as the jet stream flattens a little bit, but it's not going to really collapse. So it does look like July will be consistently above average. And as we get into that second week, the hottest weather will continue to be in the southwest, the Rockies, but it'll start to spread out into the plains again, even parts of the Dakotas, even as far east as Iowa. There will be some 90s and 100s at times, probably more 90s than 100s that far east. So to reiterate, July weather making a stand. It's not like a big 1988 heat wave or anything like that, but the hottest weather in the Great Plains of the summer starting to appear, and there will be more of it. There will be some storms, but they'll be hit and miss with potential for some pretty juicy rainfalls at spots. But overall, we're going into July somewhat dry in much of the northern plains. A few spots are in an absolute drought, and I don't look for that situation to get any better this month.
Celebrate 175 years of Case IH equipment heritage with a limited edition Case skid steer or compact track loader painted with the same red paint of the venerable Case IH farm equipment line. Only 175 are being built and they're going fast. Built to the same specifications on the same assembly line as the award-winning regular Case models, these machines are a working piece of history. Get yours before they're all gone. Hurry into your local Titan Machinery location or go to www.red175.com to learn more today.
My name's Joel Kaler, owner-operator of Kaler Farms in Lidgerwood, North Dakota. We make a patented product called a cornstalk guide. It's made out of UHMW, ultra-high molecular weight poly, which is extremely durable. Typically what you'll see on corn heads is the idler chain in the sprocket sticks out. We attach to the side of a snout. Our product will keep all the wear off the snout and get it to come into the head smoother without bouncing.
Introducing the new Challenger 1000 series, tractors unlike any other manufactured by AGCO. Redefining what a wheel tractor is capable of when it comes to wheel slip, power to ground, and fuel economy. Today, it's not enough just to be tough. You've got to be smarter than everyone else, too. Contact your Challenger dealer today to get in the seat of the new Challenger 1000. Superior engineering, superior performance, superior productivity. The next generation of tractors from your Challenger dealer.
Martinson Ag Risk Management offers a variety of crop marketing and crop insurance packages to our customers. With over 40 years of experience, our dedicated staff works hard to ensure you get the best advice on crop insurance, marketing, and risk management. Contact Randy or any of the staff at Martinson Ag Risk Management today at 701-205-4200 or visit us online at martinsonag.com.
This is Dennis Beliski reminding you we do auctions and we do them well. You've built your operation with hard work, and when it's time to sell, all or part, you deserve the best. Details from repairs and preparation to promotion and settlements are not routine. Chances are you'll only do this once, so we'll tailor an auction just for you and get it done right. On-site at your farm or added to one of our highly successful Alaris Center auctions, we have the skill, reputation, and integrity to meet your needs with best-in-class commitment and quality service. Find us at resourceauction.com or call 701-757-4015.
Rhubarb isn't the first crop that comes to mind when people think of upper Midwest agriculture, but a group in Annetta, North Dakota is working to promote rhubarb and a lot of other garden crops for everyone to enjoy. Jonathan Knutson recently visited Annetta during the community's annual rhubarb tasting.
This is rhubarb. It's not as common as wheat, corn, or soybeans, but it's a popular crop in North Dakota nonetheless. We're here in a North Dakota town that's finding good uses for rhubarb and other plants.
This year I'm doing more desserts because that seems to be the favorite. You know, you can have the rhubarb salad and you can have the spinach salad and you can have the pilaf, but what they really go for is something like rhubarb custard bars or something like that that you know is just fattening and rich and delicious and wonderful and full of whipped cream. So that's what we've been doing most of this year is the desserts. But I did squeeze a spinach salsa in there and a spinach salad just because I try to be a little bit health conscious.
3 different kinds of rhubarb are grown in the Annetta Community Orchard, Gardens, and Arboretum. The orchard offers more than 50 kinds of fruit and vegetables that anyone can pick and eat.
We've got about 20 different types of fruits out here. We start with asparagus first thing in the spring, and then the rhubarb comes in. Then we go to haskaps, aronia, plums and cherries, 3 kinds of cherries, raspberries, hazelnuts. We got gooseberries and currants. So there's a lot of good stuff for making pies and jellies and jams.
Project supporters say they're promoting healthy food options and a healthier appreciation for the sometimes maligned rhubarb.
But it's been fun. It's been just a joy to see how it's come up in the last few years.
You may be familiar only with rhubarb crisp, but as this event in Annetta shows, there are many tasty uses. For Ag Week, I'm Jonathan Knutson.
The Garden Project started in 2012 with a state grant to promote healthy eating. The Arboretum, also open to the public, occupies another 1.5 acres and has about 150 varieties of trees. Still ahead on AgweekTV, when you think of wine, you may think of France or Napa Valley, but some NDSU researchers want you to think of Fargo.
Handing down a favorite recipe is an important family tradition, and it can start with a trip to your local home of economy, where you'll find a huge selection of canning supplies to get the job done right, like paring knives and cutting boards, jars and lids, cookware and spices, all at the guaranteed lowest price, so you can seal in those lasting memories and preserve more than great taste.
Home of economy, where your dollar buys more.
Premier Shortline USA is your dealer for Meridian storage and grain handling. 50 years ago, Meridian Manufacturing designed the first smooth wall hopper bin. This innovation set the standard for hopper bins across North America, completely self-cleaning with no obstructions. Smooth wall hopper bins have become the preferred choice for safe and efficient storage. For temporary grain storage to complete systems, contact Nate or Brent at Premier Shortline USA.
Adventure awaits at the Farmers Union Camp, presented by the North Dakota Farmers Union. Farmers Union Camp is the perfect place for young campers to develop cooperation, teamwork, and leadership skills. Campers will enjoy theme nights, skits, games, talent shows, and more. Camps are held at Wesley Acres and Hart Butte in June, July, and August. Register by May 15th to get $25 off your camp fee. For camp dates and more information, visit us at ndfu.org or call 800-366-8331.
WDAY 970 AM has added the Red River Farm Network to its lineup. Join the Red River Farm Network team as we partner with Ag Week to cover the area's #1 industry, agriculture. Join us Monday through Friday for Country Morning at 7 a.m., opening markets at 8:30, market updates at 9:30, 10:30, and 11:30, closing markets at 1:30. We're committed to reporting agriculture's business on the Red River Farm Network, Ag Week, and WDAY 970 AM.
The North Dakota Soybean Council invests checkoff dollars to increase soybean demand, increase yields, and open new markets. The soybean checkoff has resulted in stronger prices and higher yielding varieties. Checkoff dollars fund research to bring solutions to farmers' greatest production challenges. Global demand for North Dakota soybeans for human consumption, animal feed, and commercial use has never been greater. Checkoff dollars, investing in a profitable future for North Dakota soybean farmers.
AgweekTV, presented by Kaler Farms.
One Red River Valley farm group shared ag information with the public over snacks and a beer. The Clay Wilkin Corn and Soybean Growers Association wanted to start a dialogue about things like GMOs, so they held an event called Conversations on Food in Farming. Speakers ranged from ag research and extension to conventional and biotech. A group called Ugly Food of the North promoted the event as a way to help people better understand where their food comes from.
The test plot system is not quite as valuable to the farmers as it used to be. So we're trying to communicate with the consumer and tell our story and gain some trust with them.
The event was backed by a number of national and regional sponsors. It was held at the Fargo Brewing Company. Wine enthusiasts can enjoy a unique bottle of wine that's grown right here in Fargo. NDSU started planting its vineyard in 2009 and has now started welcoming people for tours and tastings. The plant was developed to produce grapes in North Dakota's harsh climate. It's described as a crisper, more acidic wine, and it's been 4 years in the making. The researchers say it was a challenge, but very rewarding. This week's photo of the week comes from Nikki Thorsgaard. It's a beautiful shot of her husband and son checking out a field on their farm near Northwood, North Dakota. If you want to see your ag photo on AgweekTV, email it along with a description of what's happening to photos@agweek.com. Thanks for watching AgweekTV. Go to agweek.com for all your ag news. Have a great and safe 4th of July.